Hi, David Odell here with Odell Complete Concrete. This is part 2 of a 4-part series. Right now we've got everything graded out. We've got the back walkway formed up. Now we're going to install some drains. You notice off of that downspout that's on an angle, because instead of a T off of the main drain line, we're going to Y it in. Much easier to snake if you ever had to, or even run a water hose through. So at the back we started at about 6 inches deep. Now as we work our way forward, we're gradually getting a little bit lower. And as we install the drain, we'll be checking it with a level all the way down. We're going to do a little pop-up back a sidewalk for the drain line. And the sod we cut out nice and clean, we'll lay that to one side. The dirt will go to the other side. That way when we go to backfill, we're going to lay those chunks of sod right back in where they came out. Okay, we've got the trench dug. We started at about below top of concrete. We're down 6 inches at the high side. As we get down there, we're about a foot deep at the end. So first of all, I'm going to take off this little elbow at the bottom of this downspout. I'm going to remove this here to start with, and then I'm going to run into the foundation of the house right here, of course. So I'm going to probably work a double 45 in here, get over that little hump, and get back to the drill package here. See if I can find the right adapters. Maybe you can use that somewhere else in the future. Let's see if we got enough space out from this wall to slip my cup around. If it can't fit it, I'll have to undo this one. But I think I can squeeze it in. This off because I don't need it here, but I left enough just in case I need this down the road. I can use it. And that takes care of that one. Come down here, work this downspout out. Need the downspout adapter. Looks to me like we need a couple 45s to get over that footing, and we're going to need a Y right there. That's about it. Move on down the line. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're just going to install this drain, and then after we put everything together, we dry fit all the pipe together. No glue on any of the fittings. That way it acts as a perforated drain as well, if need be. Now as I go through here and dropping each length of pipe down, I'm checking it with a level as well, and that's crucial before you backfill. You could even potentially water test your system just to verify that you got good drainage before you backfill. At the bottom elbow where that little pop-up is, back of sidewalk, I drilled 3 half-inch holes in the bottom of that elbow, so any water that collects in the pipe, because you know it has to build up before it can push out of that pop-up, so there always would be standing water in there if you had glued fittings and if you didn't have a hole at the end 90. So I did all that. That way any water, that residual that's sitting in the pipe, would gradually drain out of the pipe. Standing water is never good. Now we're on the other side of the house here, and we're going same scenario. Y fitting instead of a T off of the downspout. 45 instead of a 90. Now we just got to get past this tree and take it to back sidewalk. We'll also put another atrium drain in this planter bed, as well as the front downspout adapter hookup. Initially, I'll run all my risers a little high, and then when I come through with a laser level, or I level off of the chalk lines from the walls, I'll mark those risers and cut them to fit with slope. So I've got the back of curb set, as you can see here. I still got to set the front side because we got rained out on one day. And with that 45 coming out to that Y, we just missed coming underneath that curb planter, or the mow strip, which was nice. Now, just like we did on the other side, we took this pipe all the way into the backyard and put another atrium drain, because the concrete will stop about 6 inches in front of that atrium drain you see at the bottom of the screen. We've already verified that the pipe has slope from the back to the front. Now it's backfill time. Just like we did on the other side, I'll drill some holes in this 90 at back of sidewalk just for standing water purposes. Here we are, end of day 3, and this is what we accomplished. We've got all the drain system in, all the way to back of sidewalk. We've got 4 drains here. There's actually 2 downspout adapters and 3 area drains. So we got 5, inlets to this system on this side of the house. I'll make that 6 because we have another area drain in the planter. So we actually have 6 into this system. And here's where the water is going to be coming out right here. The way this works is when the water comes in here, this lid floats up and then the water comes out. And then when the water's gone, it settles back down. That way you don't get a lot of debris and stuff in there. And at the bottom of the 90 down there, what I did is I drilled a couple holes just for standing water to actually, anything that doesn't push out will just absorb into the ground. That's the way, the idea behind that. Let's take a look at the other side of the house, see what we got over here. We cut all the way through the lawn, put the drain in over here. You can't really see it now because, that's how you want to do it. Nice and clean. We cut all the way through here. And then here's the outlet. Another little float up. And since we were here, I just threw a little lawn drain in. It's most likely just going to be a clean out access spot more than anything. Then we've got downspout adapter, and instead of teeing right here with the main line, We actually put a Y down here, so everything is 45ing and easy to snake. And so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 drains over here, plus the 2 downspout adapters. Same deal here. You can kind of see the pipe here. It's there's a Y right down here. Now on the other side of the house, all right, here's the other side of the house. The end of concrete they haven't formed yet will be right here. It actually lines up with that side. But here's the atrium drain right here in the planter. Any water that comes through the yard here, because this is all lower than the top of concrete, can hit this drain and head on out. And what else have we got? So here's, we got to cut all these pipes, all the area drains around the whole thing. We've got to adjust the height and put the coupling at the right height. And then we have the drain grates that go inside that. Everything's removable. All this is old wiring, which we're going to cut off. We've got to get some wire snips, cut this, cut that. Concrete stops here. So we'll get picked up another area drain here, which will be lowered. So any water that accumulates in there will head out too. Anyway, so that's about it for day 3. That's what we accomplished, the drain system.